Hi. Um, I'm doing another video today with some random Tubi horror movie in the background.
Fuck, man.
Are you okay?
This looks like the case of someone who's in full control of their faculties to you. Someone who's fucking with us.
Someone or something?
I got the job, dog. Just don't.
Okay. So for someone in this situation, we have a door to a spirit in the past. So someone was using someone or something to
No, Kevin.
get access to the spirit, essentially. So someone was maybe using something to get access to what someone possessed
We found symbols
um,
in these cabins.
through their family line or
It
through
has something to do
something with this,
keeping
without like
spirits
trying to get the
down.
rights to something. Someone's trying to get the rights to something in the past or something. At present, so we have someone who's trying to find balance. They're trying to find a right place to balance, like a balanced place. Balance in their life to what they need, trying to balance out this or that. And work with their head to get like a tone in their mind. To bring balance to themselves with their mind to their life. In the future, we have a woman holding the heart the opposite. So someone's going to let go of someone. So someone is going to be letting go of their connection with someone for a little bit. See if I can see anything about this letting go of the connection with this bit. Okay. We have the fourth chakra, so we have here like a center of freedom and expression. I don't know if it's actually that, it's just what it feels to me. And deceit. Someone has been deceiving you. You feel it here. You feel it right here in the chest. Someone was deceiving you.
What are you doing all the way back up in here?
And someone has been trying to make claims to you and trying to make a connection with you to take this connection that you have from you and make claims to a connection that they don't have to someone or something.
You mean Hollywood Ghost Boys on a journey?
Okay, so reverse journey. Someone's going to go back to the beginning. Someone's going to try to go back to the beginning where it started, where they're from. So they go back to the beginning and look at things and inspect things properly and see, this relates to this person, this is how this person did it, this is how that person did it, this is how we do it, this is how they do it. Okay. And we have the here being out of balance is something it should not. The second chakra. I know the second chakra. Isn't the second chakra like here? But she's holding it here, so. Or is it from the bottom? Is it from the bottom? It says the second chakra in reverse, so an out of balance second chakra. So someone's balance is being put off and upset.
Oh my god.
What?
I was right. It's not gonna let us leave, Doc.
What are you talking about?
That's the same sign. That is the same sign as before. It's the same fucking sign. You know it is.
Yes. Calm down. Hey.
I'm not productive.
You are losing it, okay? We've been walking in the same fucking direction for over an hour.
We're walking in fucking circles. What?
Okay, so someone was humiliated. Someone used humiliation as a tactic to try to out and expose someone, try to make someone let go of something they should pronounce or get in life and status rightfully. Someone's going to make someone go towards what makes them comfortable in their comfort zone, so they're going to make them choose what brings them the comfort in their life and gets this burden off their chest of feeling something that shouldn't be, this burden in the chest, feeling something that shouldn't be there, something gone right, something they can feel and they know is wrong. They're going to make them go back to what makes it comfortable and on the path what makes it comfortable. This is based around a betrayal and someone trying to make something weak, or someone trying to make something or someone very weak and very vulnerable. So someone's doing something to try to make someone vulnerable. Someone is supposed to have karma for their own actions, and they're not accepting their own karma. Someone's trying to ignore their own karma and avert their own karma and get away from their own karma, and they're trying to put the karma for their actions and these things into other people, whether it be the wicked nose, for judging people when they shouldn't. Like, I think in the Bible and all this or that, someone judging people when they shouldn't, and saying they shouldn't have things they shouldn't, would give them a nose, I think, for like wrong judgment, or claiming you should judge, be able to judge when you're not able to judge. And it would be very obvious and very much happen. But as the last card, someone's trying to do false karma, as the last card shows. So basically someone's trying to put false karmas, and someone's trying to give someone else the results of their karmas. Like certain TV shows, if someone does something, there can be results for it, and there's consequences. Someone's trying to put their karma and their consequences on other people. So someone's like harming people willingly, and they're trying to put the results of that into someone else. Someone could be using let's see what this next. This card might not help, but let's see which it relates to. Certainties, uncertainties. So someone's not certain about something. Someone is the perfect narcissist, the perfect covert narcissist, and someone is only good at one thing. They have one point, one focus in life. So someone's trying to make someone have karma that's not there, that's not their own, the karma they shouldn't have. Someone's trying to make someone else take the consequences for their actions, which is kind of interesting in this or that. So no, like, I'm going to take an example from a TV show again. I use this TV show a lot because I fucking loved it as a child, and I maybe watch it, but I'm charmed. So there's those beauty witch ladies. A witch, traditionally, the beauty of the witch depicts if she's a good or a bad person, because if they do good actions, they're quite beautiful. If they do bad actions, they're ugly. Some people uglier. Some people it doesn't relate to like what they do physically, or only in the magical ways, but some people figured this out, and some people just want to be pretty because they're like, why am I not as beautiful as her? Or like, everyone's as beautiful in their own light, but so if the vanity people are casting, when they cast a spell to get more beautiful, it takes the beauty from someone else. And so that someone could be ugly as a result of their spell casting and the curses they put on people, trying to make people's days worse, trying to make other people look grosser and uglier than they should be. This, as a result of natural karma, will come back on them, and make them look a lot horrible and worse. So some people are trying to put these things into someone else, saying other people don't deserve to look like they look. But this is actually just a hint that that's a very, very evil person, and they can't deal with the consequences of their own actions, so they're trying to use this to turn people on people. Especially if they found out that with most like witch or magical beings, the natural beauty they possess is what tells you if they're a good or a bad person. That's what I forgot what my next thing that was. Oh yeah, there is a way to tell if beauty is natural or not natural, or plastic surgery, which will get uglier if we do bad things anyway. Someone is trapping someone's hope. Someone's trying to make someone have none of their own hope. They're taking someone's hope and trying to trap someone's hope. So someone is trying to do something to a hope. There's a hope out there, and someone's trying to make this. It could be in relation to their false karmas. Someone's trying to curse someone's hope to be uglier. They're trying to curse them to be this or that, maybe fatter, skinnier than they should be, depending on what they want to be. They're trying to make them have a birthday. They're trying to trap what is theirs rightfully in this a different person's body. So they're trying to constantly take from this hope and take what should be in this person's body, what that person is, and put it in another person's. Okay, so we have a lack of magic egg. Where is the egg? Where is the lack of the magic egg? Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. If someone's found a magic egg and they care for it, they give it a good life, good for them. I hope you people accept each other as long as they know what they're doing, because especially when it comes to raising another thing, some people might be strong enough, some people might not be, because it could be accidental upsets and miscommunications and not knowing how to handle this or that properly. Like, I've heard some people, when it comes to like saying these people are witches, and saying some of these people who are witches are stuck up, but to a witch, acting that way and keeping your hands down like that and being stuck up is actually possibly trying not to make a little hurricane that washes you away or flies you away, or make you twist and turn and burn because they're so angry at you for what you did to them. And that's where those people sometimes walk away and cry when you say that they're not a nice person or they're mad or this or that, because some beings who naturally possess this power, if they get too angry, they might wipe you away, float you away in a storm or something. bubble power, so rebirth. So things are being released, things are going to be released in the future from where they should be and returned to their rightful place. Some people use bubbles for this or that, but I can see that this lady's got like little things in the bubbles. I can see some of these bubbles bursting and things returning to where they were and where they should be. Okay, so dance without the rainbow. Someone's going to try to dance in something they haven't danced before. Follow the intuition, follow the heart, follow the earth, and follow and go to somewhere they should be by their mind, and follow the mind to go somewhere they should dance. It could end bad, it could end good depending how they go about the situation, but they might just go and try and see what happens.
I'm sorry, honey. I had to bring it back. It's been in my head ever since that night.
And I go, ooh.
You left me there. Left them to take me. But I got away. I fought them so hard and I got away.
Okay, so these people try to put these false consequences on karma. The good being associated with this is transformation, but making mistakes. So someone has made a very big mistake. The evil being to do with making mistakes of the unnatural reactions is going to be this one, AMDUSIAS. Okay, so the mistake, making a mistake, healing in relation to famine and sickness. So they made the mistake of stealing someone's healing or taking someone's healing from where it should be and causing someone into famine and sickness, which can be bad. You know, healing in its origin, when healing came into creation, before the medicine, which was kind of just like a different form of healing or science, which was like, you know, that's pretty cool. You learn to do this, you've come very far. Glad to see that. But when healing, or the ability to heal, or the healing energy and its origins came into creation and existence, it was born from compassion. So if one wants to heal, like the gift of healing naturally to be like the healer, or the healer to do with the healer, you know, healer, the being of compassion and life, and funny enough, even sex itself, then you're going to have to come from a place of compassion, because there's not actually a such thing as aggressive healing. Aggressive healing is poison, aggressive healing is turning them into a polluted being. Healing is only compassionate. Okay, so the outcome for this, war and strife can come on the other side of obedience. So someone might be breaking obedience with false consequences of karma, trying to break people's obedience to each other, trying to sow it so that people aren't obedient, and cause war and strife.
I want to go for a
Make sure
long
the
shower,
last
but I'm not sure if I should, because I already had a shower today.
maybe. I'm doing a recording.
My temp is fucking crazy.
So hot. Okay, so the evil being associated with this war and strife is FUR, FUR. And the evil being involved in this famine and sickness being caused that shouldn't is this one. BELIAL. In relation to healing, which is weird because I thought Jesus was associated with healing, but HABUHIAH.
Maybe you were right, maybe it was the symbols. I don't know. But we did it.
Okay, and we have the protection of criminals. So someone's trying to protect a criminal, someone's going to try to protect a criminal, and the other side of this is the inner and outer work. So the protecting of a criminal is going to happen in relation to, this is said on the show Sabrina Stollis, to get Stollis was a demon that is supposed to protect the guilty. And the next stage of that plan would be infamy in relation to divine warriors. DAHLTON, I mean DAHTALAR. I always said Dalton, not Dentalian. It's like some weird Tom Riddle version of the name. and someone is going to come into a family conflict or reconciliation. So is someone sitting on the verge of a family conflict, MARCHOSIS. So it could be a family conflict, or they could be a resolution, reconciliation. It's just kind of interesting, but you never know. Okay, so about this situation, this conflict, sickness. Okay, about the situation. I'm pretty much just going to draw the same cards at this point on the conflict and about this sickness.
Cut it out.
Comfort and communication. So someone has lost something in strifled. Someone has been strifled and lost something of their own. Well, it's right up, so it might mean it's upright, so it could just mean someone has found a communication. Someone has found a way to communicate with something. Someone is oblivious to the curious nature of those around them. So someone may be oblivious to the curious nature of those around them, the curious nature of those around them. Okay, and for the sickness, we have a mournful situation, so someone mourning and uninspired, someone who is uninspired by something and mourning something. So someone has lost something or someone very close to them, and they might be trying to take all the health and healing they have to sustain something that shouldn't be alive, or to stop something else from dying, or stop something from dying because they wanting death with someone, and they might be scared to lose someone else, so they're trying to take this healing for themselves, which is leading to this being of plague and pollution and stuff and corruption being involved. Someone might have originally came from a place of loss and grief, and something who was uninspired or unsatisfied. Which, I don't know why this makes me think. Maybe the reason this Lana person was involved in those weird black magic coins and stealing these healings and stuff that I have was because they lost someone to an illness when they did this, but that was honestly funny enough. Like, it's not a big conspiracy, but I think the coincidental timing of it was that it happened just before the virus outbreak we were all in for years, which was the first time they stole it before I got it back. And someone was uninspired. So, actually, could this be the same reason they tried to cut off and steal my dick once, my penis? Which, funny enough, is a very real situation. I had a tampon in case. Stole my husband's tampon in case they actually wanted to steal my penis, tried in my sleep and all this stuff too. Could it be because when they were cheating on me, when my ex was cheating on me and I broke up with them and they were sleeping with each other, I overheard them because it was downstairs where the living room was, and they were all like talking about how it's not the same and it's not good enough and this or that. So that person that I broke up with, the Iwi, was not very inspired, and they were very uninspired, and they were lacking in the sex they had with this one. Like, it was very bland, it was very boring. It didn't get the job done, which led to them wanting the loss of a possible relationship because they wanted to be with someone, because who knows why the fuck you want to be with them anyway if they're a cheating hoe. And in the morning of this situation, they stole this or that, and they knew exactly what they were doing when they stole this healing and tried to use it to corrupt and pollute and push a plague upon the world. They were trying to kill everyone because they couldn't satisfy someone in bed, essentially. Which is a lot worse than it looks. You know, when I did these healing things, I never claim to be able to heal someone. I just say I can do the best I can do, and you pretty much just gotta choose. You've gotta decide if you have faith in me and the ability to do this or that. I'm not gonna lie, I have got some good results, but I've told myself it could be a placebo effect based on the fact that they were also receiving treatment and just believing they were getting better and being healed. Like, let them open their body up more to the like natural healing around them, so it kind of help strengthen their body or not. Okay. So someone went on a journey for stronger gaining
But when you're talking
connection.
about people, like intentionally getting people possessed, so that they can pretend to exorcise them.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting story. My ex Sam and I don't know if his sisters Phoebe and Lydia and all this or that knew about them, but basically I walked into them and I looked into their eyes and I was like, tell the truth. Sometimes when I do that, people would tell the truth and forget the truth. They were telling them what they were doing, and just be like, how did you know that? Whether or not they were messing with me, and they admitted, and then they said I knew too much and tried to stab me, to stop me when I said, why are you doing this, and said what they were doing. But they basically had this thing where they said they were helping out with these possessions and these demons and this or that, and his dad with the vault with the cap and this or that. They basically said they're helping people out with killing these bad things and these monsters and these demons, but actually they were very, very evil people who claimed to be part demon or half demons themselves. And their plan was essentially to summon these things and say that they're killing them in some big badass battle, when actually one of them was just always off at the side, or this or that, or someone was always off on the side in the family, and they were unsummoning them, and they were taking the power and the strength and the beauty and the life force and the youth of the fertility of all the people they killed while doing it. And if it was ever actually a demon there they did not summon, or they did not have anything to do with summoning, they'd be like, oh, I don't know anything about that one, and hang up and just run away, because it actually posed a threat to them because they weren't controlling it and manipulating it the whole time. Okay, so basically just shit like that. They were in some weird cult things. They caught me with a white handle carved knife and this or that, and said this or that, because they were all like, oh, I'm jealous of what you possess and your abilities, and I didn't even realize that all these things were allegedly abilities, which I don't think were at that point in time. And they tried to cut me with it and say, I can't afford for you to meet them. And I was like, who are they? Like, who are these girls you can't afford for me to meet, and this or that? And they're like, I can't afford you this or that. And then I had the delusion they ripped some kind of like pink energy out of me and this or that, and said I'm gonna make this scam when I'm working at Macca's again. I'm gonna go there in my headset and use the fact that I have pimples as like a distraction because I'm ugly and this or that, and I'm gonna say one of us is not the same as the others, but actually it'll be me or him that is not the same as all the others. No, he'll use it to steal what he took from me, from everyone else, and like turn everyone on everyone in his plan to murder the universe. And they stole all these things, these abilities, and they stole this or that and these abilities. It's kind of different and scary, but yeah. Everyone, there was a bunch of people with like the black eyes and this fight. It was kind of interesting and scary, but yeah. I don't remember which one, but one of the sisters had those eyes, one of the sisters did not have those eyes. Out of Phoebe and Lydia. I don't particularly remember this because I was in a tree to go help one of them who was hiding. One of them was hiding the other side of the tree, and she couldn't get to her, so I went out to help them, and then the tree branch broke and I hit my head. Just like when I was standing on a fence, the fence somehow just cut clean straight through, and I narrowly avoided getting hit in the fucking head with a chair. But yeah. Okay. So we have someone who seeks power, someone who seeks ancient knowledge. We have the celestial in reverse, so someone who seeks, what's the opposite of cosmic? The opposite of cosmic and destruction. So what is not cosmic destruction? Someone who's using herbs to do something, someone who's using herbs or remedies to do something, and someone who seeks to slow something, take its man advantages away from it, and someone who seeks to stop the natural flow and order. That is a butthole. Someone who seeks to stop the natural flow and order of things in the universe as should. Yeah, these beings, time to rekindle. These beings claimed a strategy of like stealing someone's ability to hear the mind's telepathy, and someone who is an evil being that possessed foresight, so that they could sense everything and hear everything, so they could try to even deceive God itself. they also thought all of this or that was linked into the muscles you possess, not this or that, and that they just had to steal them and say that they were new abilities randomly, but they're stealing them and organ trafficking, and they were these big darkness mimicking, copying alien darkness, black-eyed fucking things known as like light harvesters or this or that. Okay, so someone who is being very negative in life, someone who focuses on the negative, someone who's a very negative person. Someone who's going to close their heart. So someone who's going to close their heart and stop letting so many things into their heart and their life. Again, someone's negative. Yeah, so fortune of perseverance. Someone is not supposed to be persevering in situations. Someone's trying to persevere where they shouldn't. And someone who's trying to seal the divine. Someone who's trying to seal the divine beings. Someone planted a seed of hatred within someone. Someone tries to drag someone down with, what's the word for lack of faith? What's the word for lack of faith? Someone tries to drag someone down with, unfaithfulness. Someone's trying to destroy someone's inner strength and strength so that they're weaker, like someone, even in this thing with my ex-standpoint, someone trying to steal this piece little by little and destroy someone else's strength so that they can't beat them. And someone who's trying to steal. It's like, it says take adversity head on. I can't really explain or describe what this means, but someone who's trying to push adversity away to someone else. And I'm not sure if this is the right card I was supposed to get or not, because I got a weird feeling from this one. The alchemy of friendships. So someone's trying to get things from like the destruction of relationship, from making people be with people who they're not supposed to be with, or making people not be with who they are supposed to be with. So from causing chaos in relationships, they're getting strength and power and trying to level up to take these people down. This person might be claiming to be some kind of angel of love in life when they're actually not, and trying to cause like people to be who they should not be. Here we go, imposter syndrome. So someone's definitely trying to pretend to be like an angel being when they're not. Someone's learned like this lesson in the past when it comes to someone who had a prophetic past, someone they might be stealing from as well. An injustice. So this person often puts things off the natural swing and order, and from like the perversion that they cause, that they speak in blasphemy, blasphemous tongues, and cause perversions of what should be. And they're getting some power from all these injustices. So like all this rape, all this torture, all this torment, all this lies, things being with where they're not supposed to be. They're getting empowered from it.
It's Matt.
Are you sure it's Matt?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of interesting because his name was also Sam, but he was a 60-year-old man, not like a 25. I mean, he wasn't 25, he was 14. Was it 14 and 15 or 15 and 16 when we were dating? Because they were trying to cut my heart in that year, and it's funny because his 60-year-old Sam ex was having a heart condition at that same point in time, but it's probably completely unrelated. It's weird because he did keep mentioning the name Matt to me, funny enough, but yeah. I mean, they even went as far as to try to steal shipments of plastic surgery masks so they could torture people and get old people to pay while cutting them, and just like burn it on their face and tattoo over their scars so that it just looked like normal skin, but it was tattoos. It would start fading randomly, and then their face would start looking like it was going different in its life, and then eventually you would see the scars because they tried to tattoo it in the right way. So someone does not have what it takes to get through what's ahead. Someone does not have what it takes. The predecessor is inspired and desires your life, and be your love. And lust for your desires, lust for your beauty. And it loves your beauty. Okay, so it's not the time to be going to new places and traveling to new adventures for you. Someone is going to have to destroy a place that someone made as a sacred space. Someone's going to have to destroy it. You know, if you built it up once, you can build it up again. But someone's going to have to be destroying some sacred spaces or some altars or something like that. Someone is going to not make a stand for what they believe in, and they're going to go about this underhandedly. So they're going to sit in the background, watch, observe, see how things happen, see how things go, and not talk about it straightforward and put themselves in danger. They're going to keep it level-headed, maybe find one person or two people, and like a third person, like a third, to bring into the situation once they've seen and judged things enough and they've seen what's going on and guide them into it. And they're going to make sure they choose the right people, and they're not going to talk up about it instantly to everyone straight away what they know. They're going to be like, observe and see how it works and who talks to who, and this happens in the background and this or that, and see what happens. You know, maybe someone will be making like a false file to see who reads it and see what happens and see where it goes to like set up a decoy in that situation. It's kind of interesting. The period of darkness, the bad times are not yet over, but they may one day be. Okay, so we have an upside down cat, or a cat in a hanging tree.
What are you gonna say, the Cat in the Hat?
No, not the cat in the hat. The cat in the hat was a bat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others, but it's in the reverse. So someone out there is going to go to someone who can help them. Someone's going to go to someone who can help them in this situation. It's like the scree. Have you ever seen those dragons? If they're a baby dragon who's under the equivalent of 16-year-old, and they scream and they actually scream, the mother will come instantly, because the mother's actually never too far away, and they secretly know everything that's happened, and they only help if the child calls them or if they actually need it. People just disappear or get bitten in half, or decapitated by it. Okay, so someone's gonna make a complaint about the injustices that have been going on and happening. Someone's going to make a complaint to a higher up. Maybe if it's within the police system and you believe there's injustice within your own office, or people believe there's injustice, they're going to go straight to the higher ups in this situation about it, and they're going to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to message the state number online about it. I'm going to go to people I don't think is involved. I'm going to write to this person. You know, they're going to make a complaint. I kind of like want to do another rando one. I like another rando one because I don't think any of these videos have been very helpful and insightful at all. My hair's going the wrong way. Me and my brother always did this thing where I put my hair to the right and he put it to the left, or maybe I put it to the left of the person, he put it to the right. It's like we should switch because I want to try being that one, so now I did it to the right or something when it went from being one way to the other. I can't really remember. We always did our hair in a separate direction. So try to do it quickly because it's a dragon on. Okay, so someone who's older or an ancestor is going to set some boundaries about something. A spirit of family loss, like a loss of family spirit. So someone's going to lose the family spirit of the one attached to their family. Is it attached rightfully? Did they try to enchain the spirit and attach it wrongly? Is it supposed to be part of their family? I don't have any software to edit that out of the background, Zach. Okay, we have a Pathfinder of Authentic Supernatural Wisdom. So someone knows paths and finds paths and see paths and where they're headed. They see many reasons for something. They see why someone does something and how to be done and things about it. They are a very authentic person and they're not very prone to lying. They might be prone to making jokes but not lying. Supernaturally have supernatural power and call them supernatural authority. That was the last one. And they're quite a wise person. Actually quite wise, depending if they look. I'm not saying they're a very intelligent person, but they're definitely wise. Okay, quickly, about someone in a situation, let's go about an enemy or the other person in this situation, someone doing this or something to someone. Okay, so someone is going up a very, very evil and deceitful and deceptive being. We've got the devil. Someone in this situation is very strong. Oh, see that there, the boom. Someone is trying to rid someone of their strength. They're trying to make someone let go of their strength. They're trying to remove the strength from someone's possession or body. So someone is trying to take the strength and remove it from where it should be so that this person can be defeated by this evil being, because this evil being has tried on this person in the past, but they could not emerge victorious. So they're working in all these different ways to try to remove everything about this person they like or envy. They're trying to weaken them, they're trying to make them uglier, they're trying to take their strength, they're possibly even going to try to make them less enjoyable in other ways. They're going to try to do this or that. They're very jealous and envious because this person could not win, so this person is trying to use every manipulative channel possible, even if they have to pretend to be the best saint in the world so that they can defeat this person. When it comes to people that evil, they could be very deceitful, Like, I've heard of gang situations in the past where someone could be trying to date someone's sister, and every time they deny this person, they go after their youngest sibling, and they start at the youngest, and they go up from there, drag someone to hell, bind them in fucking leather and chains, get cut into a million pieces, melted to the floor, raped, tormented by every fucking being in there, come back on top, wash them away in a storm, disintegrate some of them, turn some of them into liquid goo on the floor. And it's not the one they say it is that did that, got that. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so someone is going to be pushing a pentacle down. Someone's going to be redirecting something. There's going to be magical pentacles. So someone's trying to direct something at someone, and someone is going to redirect these things or redirect it and try to redirect it. Whether or not it should be there. We have someone's cups being put back into the universe. So someone has cups with which they've used to cool and this or that. They've got like cups and they've stolen someone's cup essentially, and they're trying to take cups full of life force, cups full of magic and blessings, energy, beauty. They're like, take a sip from this cup and be more beautiful, take a sip from this cup and be more powerful. Someone's actually going to release all the things they've trapped in these cups and put them back into the universe where they should be. And then we have someone who may be sharing their cup with someone. So we've got this cat in the sky. So I'm getting in this sense the dragon. There is a dragon who is going to be sharing a cup between people. They're going to make someone's cup full when they get everything, like everything's going to be returned to that rightful place. And then they're going to kind of be, these people are sharing like a cup that seems to endlessly flow into each other's, like with a rainbow in between. So these people are gonna fill each other's cups, and everyone's cup's gonna be full and restored. But they're gonna stop these people trapping cups that aren't naturally like that, because these people are just horrible people, and they're taking things they shouldn't and being evil, and they're working with that motherfucker to get evil things done. Whether or not it's the actual one or just what humans perceive it as, I don't know. You know, someone could have gone up against someone could have used the holy nails God gifted them and left a scar on their face. You know, because in the Bible, this is a weird funny example, but the devil says he's known to parade around as a being of light, but I've always seen him going around saying as a being of darkness, which is funny because he was the bearer of light, and the floor for witches in hell is bathed in fucking sunlight, not fire. They burn by the sunlight on that floor, not the fire. But yeah, anyway, the story, like, the devil would walk around pretending to be Michael, and then Michael pretends to be the devil back, and he's all like, I'm good, I forgive you, I'm sorry, I did all these horrible things, I suck and I'm so good now. And the devil just looks at them with this nasty look and this nasty grin, and they're like, how dare you say that I'm good and make me look so bad to these people? I'm the most evilest. And when he's pretending to be his brother and trying to make him sound annoying and be annoying and do all this or that things, then, you know, the devil's going to get pissed and attack Michael in this situation. It's going to be like, well, you're pretending to be me and trying to make me evil, so I'm going to pretend to be you and make you good. And maybe someone knows and they use the holy nails to cut the devil's face. You know, because I've heard TV shows say about holy nails being like nails you find in a church, yes. You do find them in a church sometimes, but they're not particularly always there. They move from one place to another and they're wherever you go. But the holy nails I always learned about were in fact not the nails that hold the church up, but they are the nails you can use to build them. They're fingernails. God gave us fingernails, and we're supposed to use them to defend ourselves like we're naturally following our instincts supposed to. And if you're good and you're holy and you follow the universe, you can cut all the fucking things with your fingernails. You know, if you're in a situation with a serial killer and he's going to rape and murder you, are you going to be like, oh, it's socially unacceptable to bite someone in the face and fucking claw their eye out and claw their face with my nails? Or are you going to, like, claw at them and scratch at them and bite at them because it's a matter of fucking survival, life and death? So, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to die socially unacceptable. I'm just going to die instead of, like, biting their face off and nose. But they could stab you in the throat when you do that, you never know. You know what I mean? Everything else on this goddamn earth use their natural talents and what they naturally evolved, and we are like, oh, we don't think it's right, it's socially unacceptable, we mustn't. Well, it's you little loser, bitch. Okay. We have a happy family flowing back into the universe, a happy family flowing back into the universe, putting things back as it rightly should be. An Indian family. One of these ladies is Indian, one of them is not Indian, and the other is also Indian. These people are going to be putting things back to where they should rightfully be and returning these things to where they should be in the natural law of the universe, and I'm pretty sure the universe loves them for even thinking about doing it and considering doing it. So it's just going to be that much happier with you if you do. Ooh. And someone is going to try soaking their feet in one of those little things where fish come and eat the dead skin and all those horrible things away. Hopefully the fish don't die because you've got some toxic ass little cursed potions or mold on your feet, but yeah. Someone is going to go get like a foot spa, foot massage, relax their feet in the ocean and this or that, enjoy the simple things in life, take some like natural healings into life, you know. I mean, I personally don't agree with all these like plastic surgeries and this or that. Getting a foot massage isn't so bad, it's relaxing, but I don't agree with like beauty magics because it's one of the most forbidden for magics in the universe from what I understand, because it takes something from what should be and puts it somewhere else, which means it's causing an imbalance in the universe just because you've done it, and the universe will try to even itself out eventually and come back into the swing of as it should be. You know, I don't agree with plastic surgery personally. I think everyone's as beautiful as it should be. Even when I got assaulted a couple of times and I used to have these burn marks on my face that I think healed, a little bit, but they're kind of still there a little bit. You can see the little in and outy bits from where they threw acid at me. I refused. I was like, if these turn to permanent scars, which I don't think they will, then I just want to let the story show, and I want to have fucking enough money one day that I can make a new kind of runway model show, and it's survival chic. I'm not talking about people wearing zombie apocalypse equivalent thing. I'm talking about people who've been through real stories and lived through real survivals. That you might even have like they might even have a specific section for people who fought with, like, you know, they can be survival against another person, which this is also survival against another person, and survival from like abuse. So there'll be survivors of abuse, there'll be survivors of murderers, there'll be survivors of bullying. Each of these three different things, all their own sections, will have like a beauty section where people are beautiful because they're beautiful people, and they just wear something that complements them, and people can see how beautiful all these people really are instead of looking at their faults. Some things could be so perfectly in between beautiful and ugly to like the natural law of the universe that people only perceive them as not attractive if they learn and look from a preset, and actually everyone realizes how beautiful they are. And honestly, I don't think that the word ugly should even exist. You know, I think everyone thinks someone's attractive and everyone thinks someone's more or less attractive. We made this standard of beauty and people are taught and conditioned and trained to follow it and be like, I think this is more, I think this is less, but in actuality, we should all think what we think is attractive in life, and if that's what you want in life, fucking go for it. I'm not saying go for a serial killer and murder everyone, yes, but, you know, if it's what you think, and it's what you see, and it's what you like, and it's what you know, then appreciate it as it is. Try to understand and realize why you like it. You know, realize why you like it, and then look at it relatively and be like, this has happened before, this hasn't happened before. But if someone says that person doesn't look right for you, maybe they don't look right for you, or maybe they're just looking at, like, skin deep. And if you think someone's skin deep is attractive when someone else thinks it's ugly, then who gives a shit? Go for it. And again, this evil ass being of deceits and evil and manipulation and pain and strife and hurting people came after someone. This person was stronger, like, you were stronger than this person, so they've tried all these manipulative tactics to take it from you. And someone's going to try to be trying to push these pendulums, all these curses, push and direct all of these curses at you so they can try to steal what you have, because they couldn't do it with any less than they're using. So someone's simply just going to redirect it and push it somewhere else. Okay, so we have two people in this situation and a guardian watching over them. We have a woman with hair of red honey, her brow and her face beautiful, unique, and delicate like a butterfly. And we have a woman quaint and joyed with a smile on her face. She has unique, angelic cheekbones, and she has a very, very unique forehead that is blessing. It's a blessed forehead, apparently. Blessed by three-faced evil beings. And there's something surrounding her, like these symbols or something would be surrounding her. A woman standing in the center of a light or beam. Someone who's torn between darkness and light. someone who is falling from a position of power back into the world, the normal levels of the world. Someone who's trying to channel and control forces, but actually forces have been trapped in them where it shouldn't be. And you can see these two dolphins going around. They're trying to switch, so they're trying to put each thing back into where it should be. These two dolphins, which reminds me of these scribes. I've met these beings who are called scribes before. And it's these two ladies. They're pretty lovely ladies. They're kind of like, I don't know if they're always going to be teenagers, but they're kind of interesting. They have some very interesting songs. One of my favorite songs that they're featured in, which was my favorite for a little bit, is it's like, if I said I was a dragon, would you understand this? We can we can make some magic among like that. Yeah. And we have the sensible. A woman adorned in a tree? Okay, so a woman's gonna be wearing something from a tree. So a woman's gonna be adorned in a tree. It's gonna be like nature. I don't know if she's naked and shit, or if she's literally just gonna like use a tree to make a dress. I don't know how you make a dress out of a tree, like wearing tree bark dress, I don't fucking know. And she hears the key. She hears these keys to these situations and things. She hears where these keys are. Also, she has something placed on her head, which is actually so someone can watch her, and she doesn't even realize something on her head. She doesn't realize someone's using it to keep their eye cast on her. So I don't know if it's an evil eye or a watchful eye, or a good eye or a bad eye, but something that's always on someone's head and no one realizes or sees it is so they can watch them. You have a man releasing what they've swallowed. So a man has something trapped in his stomach and they're going to get it out and release it, kind of like barfing it up. Okay. We have two beings being approached by a snake or a serpent. We have a winged dagger in the background, so you've got basically, I don't know if it's literally a flying dagger with wings, which it's funny because I know something about one of those. I don't think it's the biblical one from the Bible, but I had a role to play in it. Okay, and we have the serpent bearing a torch, which they were not supposed to, and trying to come down and choose someone to give this fire to. Methinks they should pray to the universe and creation and be like, where should it be? Return it to where it be should. And it's surrounded by this little energy field so that it looks like it's this magical glow, but so it doesn't go too far or return to back to where it should be. And the serpent might try to kill one or both of them. The tears shed from this woman would be such a powerful thing. And this other woman has a gaze that could turn you to stone. I'm not saying a literal Medusa, but she could look at you with such harsh eyes, it will literally turn you to stone. Okay, so we have the opposite of a child. You could mean like an adult, yes, not a child that's an adult. But I'm getting a lost child or something. A child has lost their innocence. So someone has done something to a child. I hope no one's been murdered, but a child has lost their innocence. An innocent child playing has lost their innocence and something bad has happened to them. And someone gonna find out about this and get to the bottom of this. And again, this man, the adorned horns, something resting on his forehead that should not be there. So something on his forehead that should not be there. Someone has taken this from somewhere else it is supposed to be and placed it in a thing and kept it to hold it from get back to be where it should. Ooh, and okay, in relation to that other lady, this man has possibly placed this thing upon this woman's forehead so he can see what's going on with her constantly. I don't know why, I guess the maiden, but I'm getting someone's literally going to pee into a stream or a fresh source of water. I don't fucking know why, but someone's going to pee in the water. Someone's going to pee into a fresh stream or a fresh source of water. Someone's going to pee into a water. That's the weirdest thing to see from a car. Someone's just going to pop a squat over the river and pee in a river. It's going to fall into a river. I don't fucking know why, but I think someone's going to go into a river and pee. Okay, we have a mermaid man with like ears from like the Lucas movie. He's surrounded by dragons, or surrounded by a dragon's energy. Oh, please don't be enemy. I said that wrong. But he may not, in fact, be a dragon. We have two adorned eyes of an owl. No, it isn't that, but that's what I see. Two adorned eyes of an owl looking in both directions, with an owl looking forward. So like kind of like a three-eyed owl. One eye looking here or here, one eye looking there or there, one eye looking there. Kind of like a pyramid owl head of a pyramid being, looking in all these directions, guiding wisdom through the winds of change and its wings. That's kind of interesting. My reading suck. None of it makes any sense. It's very, very pointless. But yeah. Oh, hold on. I do have an one. I forgot that was there. So the final thing to say in this situation is that here's the most obvious movie as if we'll ever see it, or might not see it. Maybe they'll see it one day when I'm Preparation is power, so you must pick your battles wisely. I was gonna say for there is, don't be it. For there is doesn't match with very beauty. Oh, I stopped it there. Don't be deceived. Choose your friends carefully and don't be deceived. You must argue with respect from the other person's point of view and where they come from. You must not argue to disrespect, you must argue to respect. Choose well, then give it everything you've got. And you can't be friends with everyone, unfortunately, because someone out there is going to be the opposite of you. Whether you're an opposite that gets along because you're like peas and corn, or maybe you're like fire and ice. One of you burns everything away, one of you destroys, one of you burns, and one of you freezes. So you're just two different things. One of you is seeking. That's not a good example because fire can also purify. So maybe you're like water and the earth. One of you seeks to stand strong, while one of you seeks to go forward on a river and make change. You can only make the in-between where you flow around the trees and you flow through the trees and the trees work with you and you exist together. But let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness be that of the forest. Be like fire in immovability, and like a mountain in discernment. Be like a forest of desolation. Use the knowledge of others. Don't physically take this knowledge out of someone else's head or eyes or body, but use what you've learned from others. Take it on wisely. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to worship or acknowledge it too much, but just use what you've learned from others and the lessons you've learned in life and take it into account. Listen, assess the mood when talking when the time is right. You can assess the mood when talking when the time is right. You gotta assess the mood and see what happens, and you can assess the mood and when talking and when the time is right, do this or that. Keep your fights short. Don't try to argue on for hours and hours and hours and go into about everything that was wrong with my vagina in life. You know what I mean? Like, don't go complaining about your dick to your girlfriend for 3 hours when you are arguing over the cheeseburger. Reason over power. I believe reason is a much more powerful force. Reason over power. Be reasonable over powerful. Seek reason and what's that word? Like working with someone else. I keep forgetting words. Seek reason and what's that word? I don't know. It's a word for working with someone else. But joint efforts. Compromise. Seek reason and compassion and compromise over power and force and war. Peace. Love, cheese, kittens, mittens, tires, ovens, and screws. Good night.